Hi Gemini, and welcome to your mid-month reading. I hope all has been going well for you guys. As a gentle reminder, this is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or their Venus in the sign of Gemini for either Western or Vedic astrology, whichever you follow the most and resonate with the most. But also I am open just for those that are curious and clicked on the video to understand more about what tarot looks like and to get a feel for a tarot reading, and or if you're cross-watching and you just want more information. I hope you hear what you need. Let's get into your spread. I'm still doing the what the F spread for the mid-monthly, okay? So the signifying energy that you are walking into for the mid-month, a lot of you guys will be feeling this judgment or Scorpio energy, okay? Now, what is crossing you at this time, the cruise of what hounds you or is keeping you bound, what came out was the Knight of Pentacles. What is real about the situation, we have the Hierophant that came out. What is false about the situation, you have the Strength card. Now, where you need more information coming into the mid-month, what came up was the Ace of Pentacles. And finally, what you can do to just find yourself in a better position by the end of the month or overcome these energies, right? You have the Sun card. So a lot is to be exposed this month, and I truly feel like it comes down to your intentions, what your full objectives will be for this month, okay? Coming into the top, I feel like there's going to be a major shift in how you accept yourself and or how you perceive others to accept you, how much validity other people's opinions are of the person that you are and your true character, right? I feel like because the Knight of Pentacles is what's crossing you, it is highlighted this month for you guys more so on like social relationships or relationships in general more than anything else, like more than work is concerned. But yeah, do note that Scorpio, no, not Scorpio, the Judgment card is associated with the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Its ruling planet is Pluto and Mars, though. Judgment card does correlate to Pluto, and I do know that Pluto is in Capricorn. So do look up some information about how that will personally affect you. But again, I do believe it comes down to like your objectives, your viewpoints of the world and of yourself, and externally, like how you want others to perceive you as well. I feel like what's real about this change or this transition that's going to happen as far as your social connections are concerned and your personal relationships is that status is something that is of importance to you, that commitment and loyalty is something that is of importance to you. And I do feel like a lot of you guys might also be in a position, like a high standing position with this Hierophant card, where you are going to be kind of like the conduit for a lot of very important messages that need to come through, be it you channeling with the use of spirit in the occult or esoteric realm, doing things like tarot, or just dabbling in mysticism. I feel like any knowledge that you acquire from that will definitely help you transcend and or to better interpret certain information that you are supposed to get across to anybody that comes in contact with you this month. If this is not you in your own energy, this can be somebody else that manifests into your 3D time-space reality and will do that for you, okay? Now, what is wrong about the situation, you have the Strength card that came out. I read a book. It's called Sextology. I forget who the authors are, but hopefully by the time this is uploaded, I'll have plugged them down below. But you know, the Strength card is related to Leo, okay? And I was reading in the book that some Leos, as far as their home environment is concerned, they grow up with a parental figure, typically the father figure, who they like go through life trying to please or to get like, what is that called, recognition from or praise from, like they really want to make that parent proud, but it's like the parent never gives them that verbal affirmation that they need, right? And so they live trying so hard for so long, trying to strive to be the best, that it kind of like works against them, because that parental figure kind of looks at them and is like, you're trying too hard. That's what comes up with this Strength card energy. You may be trying too hard. And when I read that, I'm like, okay, that's another way to perceive this card in itself. Like, you might be trying too hard to be liked by other people, okay? To be a public, high-standing figure in society. To be the best at whatever it is that you're doing, right? You might be trying too hard to always be in the spotlight or get the attention that you feel you deserve for the things that you do, okay? But if this has nothing to do with like your own personal upbringing and that kind of being the same type of situation that you grew up in, with always wanting one of your parents, your mother or your father, to kind of be there and pat you on the back and tell you like, job well done, you know, and to really like celebrate in your accomplishments or what it is that you feel that you are doing and achieving in this life, if it has nothing to do with that on a parental level, still what might be wrong about the situation is that you're trying a little too hard and you're causing just resistance in the things that you want to unfold, in people wanting to be drawn to you, you know. So where you need more information with this Ace of Pentacles, Ace does correspond to the first house, which is naturally ruled by Aries. There's a lot of fire in general, so you might be dealing with a fire sign or somebody that has very strong fire placements. Aries, Leo, especially Sagittarius. But again, let's go back to like your first house, where public image and individuality and the needing to be unique or wanting to understand more about who you are and your uniqueness. That is where you might need to get more information. So do some reading up on that as well. Just check in with, again, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, check in with what your objectives are. Check in with what your intentions are, the reason behind you doing what it is that you feel you want to do. Are you doing it just to have a large fan base, or are you truly trying to work on your craft and grow your craft or follow your passion in the workplace, you know, because you feel like at the end of the day you are really trying to do something on the humanitarian side of things, like you're really trying to make a difference in society at large. Like, you have to check in with what the real thing is. It's okay if you want to be money motivated, okay? You're not really driven by helping people. You're just very good at using very persuasive language to get what it is that you need. You don't really care if it affects people positively or negatively, as long as you get a check and you're able to provide for you and yours, like you and your family, whoever it is that you feel that you have to protect. Then just be honest about that, okay? That's where you need more information. It's just being in a more genuine space, you know, being able to accept who you are and what your true motivations are, the true underlying intentions for the things that you're trying to acquire, okay? So just check back in with that. But again, also go back to your public image. Why does it matter so much that other people see you as this like God-like figure? And I'm only saying that because, you know, Apollo, the sun god, is here. Why does the approval of other people matter so much? If you feel like as a child you didn't get it and you felt like you really needed it, would it really make a difference now that you are an older adult? Like what would that change? Okay, that's like my question for you guys, because I feel like to some degree we keep coming back here, Gemini, as far as you feeling lost on your path, or like as far as your social interactions are concerned and your relationships are concerned. We keep coming back here. So whoever's been consistently watching this video, this might really be for you. I would suggest getting a personal reading or seeking out somebody else if it's not me. Like, I'm okay with that not being me, but getting some counseling to really resolve any of these underlying issues that you seem to be having, because it keeps looping back around, which is what also this Judgment card can be talking about. Issues resurfacing that haven't really been dealt with, okay? You keep trying to push it off or prolong it, procrastinate with dealing with the small things that have over time accumulated into much bigger things, okay? And it's causing much bigger issues because it's bleeding out into all areas of your life. It's affecting your ability to have these long-lasting relationships here, okay? So that can very well be what is going on. So do seek help, but at the very least what you can do by the end of the month is just stand in your power, you know, continue to be optimistic, because this is a positive omen for things coming on the horizon. So if you've been down and out, if money has been stagnant or it's just been slow growing as far as your business is concerned, or being able to more effectively communicate and be able to have healthy foundations in your social relationships or in your romantic relationships, and being able to see that commitment being reflected back to you or from you to them, you know, for the efforts that they've been putting in, and not really seeing it go anywhere, right? If you know you've been the holdup in the relationship, then, you know, just understand that incremental gains is more important than just trying to do everything all at once. As well, if you should never do something just because you feel obligated to do it, okay? And that might be crossing you at this time as well. Again, a relationship, if this is romantic, should not feel like a chore to you, okay? Only move on things and do things for your partner when you truly feel like the intention is pure and you really feel like you are in that place of being considerate. They can't push you to move any faster than you naturally are evolving, okay? Because everybody grows at different rates. So just check in with that. But there is some positivity coming. You will be in a more positive position, or energetically just feel a lot better. Your physical vitality is improved by the end of the month. You're more humorous by the end of the month, tapping back into your true nature, you know, being that entertaining figure. But I just feel like the objective around it, or the intention behind it, is a lot healthier than it has been, or the energy is here for that. If you know you're not going to see that by the end of the month, the energy will surround you and it will be here for a while. Don't be afraid to call on angelic guides. Again, be able to get some help or some counseling that you need. Allow your friends to help you this month. But yeah, there's a lot to celebrate, or that can be celebrated by the end of this month. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be stepping back into your creativity, your creative endeavors, because the Sun card is Leo's card again, but it corresponds to the 5th house, which is Leo's natural ruling house, okay? And that is all about co-creation, understanding that you are an integral part in co-creating the type of paradise or the type of life that you want to have, the vision that you see before you. You know, there are some certain things that you have to work on to get yourself there. You can't just pray for it and then expect the universe to do all the work, okay? You are responsible for doing your part, your share. But understanding that you can co-create with the universe to get what you want. But the 5th house is also about children. Maybe your child inspires you to do better or be a better person, or will if you have a child on the way. Maybe this can also talk about like sports and entertainment and other hobbies, but also love affairs. So maybe just getting out in the mix. But again, checking with your intention and your reason for wanting to be out in the mix will help uplift your spirits, you know. Maybe listening to more upbeat and optimistic music instead of sad, depressing shit will put you in a better mood as well, okay? So that is what I'm getting for you guys. Now, as far as your chakras are concerned, your root chakra is underactive. Your sacral chakra is underactive. Your heart chakra, it's okay, but just check on that from now throughout the end of time, because I'm not sure when you'll watch this video. Energy is fluid. But above all else, you know, just heed your own personal intuition. So make sure your 3rd eye and your crown chakra are in alignment. But yeah, if this resonated, definitely give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.